What up, people? It's your boy Woody Triple Two coming at you with another video. Well, this one's gonna be a different type of video. Your boy tried his hand at fodder figures, not father. I'm saying fodder. Don't let the New England accent fuck that up. But I ended up scoring some Snake Eyes Desert figs off that Hasbro power sale, and I just had the bright idea to make a Desert Strike response team, or Durst as I like to call it. Not Fred Durst either. This ain't Rollin', 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 or whatever that song was back in the day. But there's gonna be, I think there's 6 members on this team. Everybody is in desert theme clothing, obviously. And this is Duke. He's the leader. He brings patience and leadership to the team, as well as planning and strategy. Everybody on this team has to be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. Regulators, mount up. No, I'm just fucking around, but one requirement for this team is everybody has to be proficient in bladed weapons, as well as hand-to-hand combat, and also everybody has to bring one specialty to the team, an individual specialty that only they are good at. So obviously we all know Duke. He brings all the stuff Duke brings to the table. So that's why he's the leader. I think he's the highest ranking officer on the team, so that makes him the leader. But let's get on to the next figure. This figure turned out pretty dope, actually. I must say so myself. All right, this is Sergeant Stalker. He's second in command. He also brings small weapons training to the team. He's reserved as well as planning, and he's good for overall camaraderie on the team. You need that guy, that second in command, that's going to keep everybody in line and make sure we stay focused on the mission at hand. This figure's pretty dope, actually. This is my favorite one I've done so far out of the team. Just put some custom paint on his backpack. I painted his gun, gave him a Valorverse gun and a sword as usual. And the dope thing about the sword is it tucks in his backpack where the magazine for his original gun goes. So everybody has a place, sheath for their sword on this team as well. So just turned out pretty cool, if I do say so myself. I mean, I'm very happy with this, and I just wanted to kind of show people what I'm fucking around with over here. All right, let's get on to the next one. This one, I just thought it would be hilarious to put a guy named Snowjob on a Desert Strike team. So he's obviously out of place. This is that alternate head sculpt from Snowjob. I just couldn't let it go to waste. Yeah, he's a ginger and shit, but it just looks dope. He's got a dope Valorverse. I think, is that gun a 45? I mean, I don't know shit about guns, people, so sorry if I insult somebody like a gun person or some shit, but I'm just in this for the fun and the toys. But I had a bunch of them ponchos from those 60th anniversary, so I figured these would be perfect. He is also an expert in explosives, and he is the transportation guy. If they need wheels, he's the guy that gets them. He's also good with a sword. Obviously, you can tell everybody so far is going to have a sword with a sheath in their backpack. He doesn't really have a sheath. What I did is just drill a hole all the way through and kind of stuck it in there. That's a dusty backpack. He's on a dusty buck. And this is a custom desert bike that I made a few months ago. Kind of the inspiration for this team. The bike, and then when I saw all the Snake Eyes bucks on sale on the Hasbro Pulse outlet, I think I got them for like 15 and change a piece or whatever they were during that power sale. That was kind of what started this whole thing. The bike I did. And then I was staring at the bike, one day I zooted, just staring at the bike and thinking of ideas, and this popped into my head. And it just so happened to work out that everything fell into line and I was able to get these figures. I had Dusties laying around from Ollie's from a couple summers ago. I bought like 6 of them, but yeah, he's the explosives in the transport guy, so there ain't much to say about him. Let's get on to the next figure. All right, people, this is Grunt. He's the 4th member of the team. He has the full loadout for the Valorverse Steel Brigade trooper. I just thought he would be the heavy artillery guy. He's the guy with the big guns, all the heavy ordnance, and he's also handy with the steel. As you can see, the sword in the backpack. But he's fully valid out, this guy, besides the backpack and the sword. That's another Desert Snake Eyes backpack. Most of them have that on this team because it was just easier to put the sword on the backpack. I didn't have to do too much custom with that. The backpack was brown, so it just ended up working out. But I painted his helmet. Obviously, that's the helmet that goes with that head scope. I just painted it desert colors and kind of just made me think of, Operation Desert Storm and shit when I was a kid back in the day, what they wore during that campaign and stuff like that. So yeah, ain't much to really say about him. Big ass guns, named Grunt, fits him well, and he does have a sword. And also I want to say too, on the other figures, most of the parts are from Snake Eyes, but I just, took some gun holsters off and put 2 knife holsters on one guy and kind of mixed and matched all the accessories on the figures, if you notice. But let's get on to the next one. And obviously you can't have a Desert Strike team without this guy. He is the OG, the inspiration for this whole little custom project I started. Snake Eyes, obviously handy with the steel, multiple different bladed weapons. Also, he brings stealth to the team and obviously patience because the motherfucker don't talk. So he is patient like a mofo. But I'm not going to spend too much time on this guy because I didn't really do anything to him. I just kind of threw him in the team and we'll see what happens to him at the end. And last but not least, you got to have Dusty on there. He is a Desert Warfare Joe anyway. You see the sword, you see the backpack. I'd put another 60th anniversary poncho on him. Just felt like it fit. I wanted to kind of cover up that camo. It went with the motif, but it didn't kind of go with the motif. So he's got a couple 60th anniversary parts on him. He's got his original goggles on him. He's got the hood from the Action Soldier. He's got a Valorverse gun. Like I said, I don't know shit about guns. I don't know what kind of gun it is. And I think it has a grenade launcher on it, if that's what you call it. But just another fine addition to the Durst team. His specialties are he's the recon scout, so he goes ahead and makes sure it's safe for everybody, and he is the comms guy. I don't know if you can tell, but I put that little walkie-talkie that came with the 60th anniversary soldier in his little front pouch. But so yeah, that's his talents and his skills that he brings to the team, and he also has some mild computer skills like me. I don't think you need computer skills out in the desert when you're doing desert warfare, but fuck it. Somebody has to be good at computers on a team in the modern military, so it's him. He's obviously super handy with the steel. And all right, let's get on the next view. All right, here we got Stalker and Snake Eyes, just different poses. This segment, I kind of wanted everybody holding their sword so that they could represent what they're doing on this desert response strike team. So we'll let this spin for a minute just so you can catch some more details in case you missed any on the first spin. Stalker's about to wobble over there. He might have had some something to drink in the desert bar. Every time he spin by, he wobble. Wobbledy, drop it like it's hot. No, I'm just kidding. I'm got songs stuck in my head today. But all right, let's move on to the next. All right, here we got Duke and Grunt. Duke got his sword out. Grunt got his sword out. But Grunt is the type of dude that bring a gun to a knife fight. He's just always got some kind of artillery in his hands. So he's never going to fight fair. He's the dirty guy. He will bust out the sword, but it's probably going to be like the Indiana Jones shit with the whip guy. He's going to do all the shit and then he'll just shoot you. All right, let's move on to the next. All right, and the final two members, Dusty and Snow Job. Like I said, just a play on words, Snow Job in the desert. My boy Dusty Shitters, that's his last name. I changed it. His name is officially Dusty Shitters. But yeah, he got the steel out. I kind of like that pose that I got Dusty in. And I like the pose where Snow Job's got the sword out, but he's about to throw the throwing knife at somebody, hit him right in the chest. But yeah, these guys both got the 60th anniversary poncho on. There's the dynamite for Snow Job because he's explosives, and then there's the walkie-talkie for Dusty Shitters because he's the comms guy. All right, we'll let this spin 1 or 2 more times, and then we'll get on to the next piece of the video. All right, they were on a mission in the desert and ran into a battalion of range vipers, and they had a loss. We're going to stick around and see who it is. Dun, dun, dun. Who is it? I cracked the coffin. Anybody got any guesses? Now's the time. Hit me up in the comments. Yeah, it had to be Snake Eyes because he ain't a custom. He's going to go back on a different shelf, and these guys are going to get their own little cube in my G.I. Joe room because these are the custom guys. So Snake Eyes had to go. He was an OG member of the team, but he has to be the first one to go. Thanks for watching the video, people. Much appreciated. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you so much.